Let's bring in our panel now. Stephen Conroy and Michael Kroger to talk about the events of the week. Michael, has the government got the balance right, the message right ahead of the budget, talking about repairing the economy in order to repair the budget? It's changed quite a bit, that fiscal message.
Look, it has. It's obviously a more popular message than budget cuts and austerity. So, and principally driving it, Kieran, is the fact that we have record low interest rates. We've got no community virus, and the budget has been dramatically improved since the forecast last year. I mean, the papers this morning are reporting a budget deficit this year of about 150 billion and next year of 50 billion. And you've got to remember, a year ago, when Josh Frydenberg delivered the budget, those deficits were $60 billion higher. I mean, 213 and then 112 for next year. So we're $60 billion better off this year and $60 billion better off next year. So the economy has rebounded remarkably, and what Scott Morrison and Josh Frydenberg have decided to do is concentrate on keeping unemployment very low to ensure that it puts some pressures on upward pressure on wages.
Stephen, it's been widely applauded by the economists that I've heard respond today to this strategy. And as Michael says, Stephen, it's a popular formula. It actually sounds a bit like an election budget.
Well, look, there's no question that this is just about the last throw of the dice in terms of the credibility of the government at the moment. They're suffering damage on the vaccine front, on the women issues front. They're trying to do everything they can to neutralise those. And they've now gone for the Big Bang Theory, which is let's just put out some big budget numbers. The problem is these numbers are as credible as last year's numbers. Treasury have been 100 billion out in the last 12 months. Why should we believe that they're remotely going to be able to deliver the sort of numbers that are being talked about in the next 12 months? So I think, putting lipstick on a pig, Josh has grabbed some good forecasts and announced them as if you're already back in black. I mean, they must have hated it yesterday when I think Deloitte's put out a statement saying, well, we can get the budget back in black much sooner than it looks like. And the old back in black mugs, they've been taken off the shelves. You can't get them on the website. They're hiding them. And they really didn't want that report yesterday. So they're trying to put the frame around the budget themselves. But these are just Treasury numbers that are as accurate today as they have been for the last 12 months, meaning not at all.
Michael, when it comes to the politics of this, though, it is and there's no doubt this is a positive for the government if they can stay on the economy because it's rebounded as quickly as it has. And Josh Frydenberg, as you rightly point out, is largely unscathed by those other issues that Stephen referred to.
Yeah, completely. And, but it just shows you how politics changes. I mean, months ago, people were saying Albanese had no hope of winning. Then we saw a month ago people saying
you were saying that, Michael. You were saying that.
No, I've never said that. No, Peter Van Onselen wrote that. I've always said I doubted Albanese could win, and I think it'd be better if they went to another leader. I think they'd have a better chance, Stephen. But I learned years ago you never rule anyone in or out because this game changes. And a month ago, the government were in a terribly difficult situation for all the reasons we know. And look how quickly things change. And I just might point out that it's about time Stephen's friends in the Labor Party, and particularly the Greens, pay homage to our mining industry for the extraordinary assistance they're providing in turning around the fortune of the Australian budget. We never hear much from Labor praising the mining industry, praising our great mining companies, our entrepreneurs, small, medium, large-sized companies. These are people who are driving the great result forthcoming in this budget, and it's about time the opponents of the mining industry basically said, well, we might not like you, but boy, you're fantastic for our country. Well,
Stephen, let's go to Stephen on that, because that goes to a point which I think is a very interesting irony that we see this week, the iron ore price up around $200 per tonne. It's a huge windfall for the budget.